So where does happiness begin? I thought I would explore that idea. Because a lot of times you hear about great spiritual sages, how they go into the cave and disappear from society, and they find themselves in the stillness and the oneness. What I've come to understand is that no one lives entirely by themselves. We are all individual, unique parts of the infinite expression of life, and each of us is influencing those around us, and in turn, we are being influenced by those as well. We influence, and we are being influenced. And it's to understand that there is this energy that we emit that has an impact, and there is the energy that everything else emits that has an impact. Have you ever noticed someone who has an excitement for life? There never seems to be a shortage of people that want to be around them. When you go to a party and you see a group of 3 or 4 people laughing, having a great time, you naturally want to move over and be in that area. Why? Because you understand that's what life is about. Life is about a greater experience, and laughter is one of the key ways of enjoying life. And so I've always found that when I've been at a party and I'm in that fun mode, that Lee fun mode, people just naturally gravitate because we understand that that energy is contagious. I know when I see someone that is humorous, that is unique, that is self-confident, I gravitate toward them. It's not something I have to even think about doing. I just go toward them. It's a vibrational attraction that takes me to a higher level of awareness, a higher level of consciousness, a higher experience of life. And my heart just loves that. I can't wait to get more, to go deeper into it. So, I want you to imagine a time when you've got your stuff together, when you're feeling really good about yourself. Have you ever really noticed the impact you have on others when you are calm and present in the moment? You'll notice that. I noticed that when my granddaughter Claire was here. I'd be sitting in my chair, I would have just finished meditating, and all of a sudden she comes downstairs, sees me in the chair, and immediately just runs up, gets in my lap, and just snuggles in. Because I'm in a calm and poised state. I'm safe. I'm secure. She feels safe and secure. People feel and read your energy. That was so prevalent in the series Ted Lasso. Last night was the final episode of season 3. And it was just one of the greatest episodes I've ever watched. Because you got to see how the impact of one man influenced, oh my God, I can't even tell you how many people. Because they were open. He taught you to believe. Because when you believe, you go outside the realm of what you know can happen. When you believe in something greater, the greater will show you. You see, one of the things to understand is that each of us is just energy. That's all we are. We're just shaped and formed based on our consciousness. Our awareness, our consciousness shapes our energy. And one of the things that comes into play is that one bright light reaches out to all around it. And when it does, it sets in motion a chain reaction to which there is no limit as to how far it can reach and how bright it can get. So when you realize that your energy and that you are actually shining, you are emanating light. And that light has no limit. And it can reach out and it will touch others. And it attracts others. You want to know how bright your light is? Ask the question, who's being attracted to me? Are they people with bright lights or are they people with dull lights? It's just a reflection back to you who you are. It's not good or bad. It's simply letting you know, is your light bright or has it been dimmed? And you'll know that by the way you feel. It's so simple when you know that. You see, go back to the title that we talked about at the very beginning. Where does happiness begin? Before anyone can become happy, something must happen that causes them to be aware that the infinite is right where they are. That's right. Before you can become happy, something must happen that causes you to be aware that the infinite is right where you are. You're not alone. The wholeness and allness of life is right where you are. And when you get that and you embrace that, there is a sense of joy that radiates out to you that is beyond. Because it can't get any better. It's undescribable. But here's the thing. Before you can bring the light to those around you, you must first become the light yourself. And to become the light itself, you've got to figure out for yourself what makes you unique. What are your authentic gifts that you've got? And then you enhance them, you expand them, you grow them, you accept yourself for who you are, and you do not set unrealistic expectations or buy into the expectations of others. Yesterday, I put a post on Facebook just to stir up ideas coming to me from people. And the post was basically, I said, what do you think of this affirmation? The affirmation was, I am not here to please other people. And it's interesting, I got more feedback on that than almost everything else that I put out there. A lot of people said, well, that's not an affirmation because you've got the word not in it. Well, you know what? I consciously chose to put it out that way. And I wanted to see what the response was. And it was really interesting. About half the people didn't like that I said that, well, that's not spiritual. How can you be a teacher of what you do if you teach that you are not here to please other people? Think about that. Can you ever please anyone without giving up your authenticity? I've been married for 51 years. I don't do anything to please my wife. I do acts of service because we're in partnership. I honor and respect her. I give her freedom to be herself. She gives me freedom to be myself. And when we're being ourselves, we don't expect the other to please us. That's not the purpose. Do you know who pleases Lee Wallach? Lee Wallach. I don't put the burden on pleasing me on anyone but me, because I'm the only one who can. I'm the only one who can make my light brighter, because I'm the only one who controls my thoughts, controls the perceptions in which I look at life. Those who shine their light the brightest, who just simply glow, know that the infinite is in them, and they have a sense of self-confidence and self-assurance. I know that when people talk to me after I've been in a deep meditation, they say, it's so easy to be with you. You're glowing, you're shining. Well, that's because in meditation, I've gotten rid of all the confusion, all the chaos that the mind puts out there. I've slowed it down. I've gone into a state of oneness. This confidence that we're talking about here comes only to you when you have proven to yourself that there is a power greater than you, and this power is available to use. This is the key thing to understand. There is a power greater than you. It's the power that created you. It created you out of itself. It gave you freedom, and it gave you the ability to use the infinite power to create. This power is working in your life 24/7, 365, and it's simply the power of belief. The law of cause and effect, the law of attraction. The great master teacher Jesus said, "It is done unto you as you believe. Your beliefs create." Many people understand this. And understanding is a wonderful step, but it's just a step. To prove that this power works, we must test it in the laboratory that is our mind. Without testing it, we might as well not even understand it. Because until you can prove it for yourself, you will not believe it. You will not embody it. You will not see it as a possibility of something you can use to change your life. This is the work. This is where most people stop doing the work. They don't understand that to build a belief is a persistent and consistent habit of thinking, speaking, acting, and feeling. And you hold that no matter what, so it gets ingrained and it becomes a part of your subconscious mind, and it becomes a natural part of the habits and how you talk and how you act and how you feel. And when you've proven it in the laboratory of your mind, now you can own it. The key thing to understand is meditation brings us into the divine reality. And once we're here, how we use our mind and create beliefs about a desired result will bring us proof and confidence in our creative power. There's 2 steps. Get into the one. Go into the divine reality. Meditate. Merge into oneness. Connect with the infinite power. And now build a belief toward what you desire. Hold it, nurture it, feed it, expand it, and you will be a confident individual because you will demonstrate. As I've said, it's quite easy to understand something, but to know it is quite another. The only way to know something is to live it. Do you know what it would feel like to catch the game-winning pass in a Super Bowl? No. You would understand what it might be, but you have to live it. Do you know what it's like to have a 5-year-old looking you in the eyes and say, "I love you"? Until you've experienced it and lived it, you don't know it. Do you know what it's like to self-love? Until you can look in the mirror, look into your eyes, look at all of you, and say, "I accept you, and I love you just like you are. You are perfect, whole, and complete. You are enough." When you can say that to yourself, you, my friends, you have found the key. Happiness begins in your heart, in your mind, in love. It is simply the awareness and acceptance of your own wholeness. You get to choose. Why not start right now? Love yourself. Accept yourself. Begin a whole new life and make it a great one.